bear with me here because it's my first live ever. I got a question from one of my followers about if I could talk a little bit about self-sabotage. Somebody was struggling with that. Who else is struggling with that? Don't we all? Self-sabotage requiring, when we want to change, we need to change our behavior. We need to step out of our comfort zone, like I am doing now. I thought it was a very good example to just do it myself, because I have been planning to go live actually here on my YouTube channel for years, and constantly been sabotaging that because of fear. So it depends on what you are changing in your life, but it very often we self-sabotage because of fear. Fear of the unfamiliar. We are used to what is familiar to us. So when the fear strikes, it is because we have to become a different version of ourselves. We need to step out of our comfort zone. And it's easier to do the familiar stuff. It's easier to be our old version of ourselves. So when we are just being the old version of ourselves, we know exactly who we are, we know exactly what kind of habits we have, we know exactly what to expect from ourselves and from our reality, from our family, friends and community, from everybody around. And we all want to just be part of the group and to fit into the crowd. We don't want to get too much attention on us, and when we are changing behavior, trying to become a better version of ourselves, it is still ourselves, but it still is an unfamiliar part of us, maybe for a lot of people. Friends and family of yours are maybe not used to seeing you like this, and that's why you and I, we all fear change. And because of that, we are afraid to step out of a comfort zone. And because of that, it is easy to fall back into old patterns that is familiar. So we self-sabotage. So it's fear because it's unfamiliar, fear because it's uncomfortable, and we are not used to getting so uncomfortable. It's something we have to practice, and eventually the uncomfortable becomes comfortable, or at least a little bit more comfortable, and because we get familiar with it, this new set of behavior. So we have to envision ourselves as this other new version of ourselves when we want to become a new person or better version of ourselves, a better character of ourselves. Self-development and growth is crucial and necessary part of living. If we want to have a happy and blissful life, we need to evolve, we need to grow. And that requires us to become a different person, a different version of ourselves. That's why it is crucial that we are not listening to all those fears and constantly try to go back up on our feet again. So also self-sabotage is fear of others' reactions and struggling to see yourself as a different version of yourself because it's unfamiliar. But it's also lack of self-love. What is the greatest proof of self-love is that we support ourselves into becoming our best version of ourselves. Proof of self-love is that we support our own dreams. Proof of self-love is that we support ourselves through big challenges and changes in our personal lives, even though we go it alone. Sometimes even though we don't have much support, or maybe you are fortunate and have a lot of support, and then it's easier, maybe. But mostly I can see this is an inner fight, something we have to do privately by ourselves to overcome ourselves, so to speak. So it doesn't matter. So let's say if you are doing something, you're trying to follow your dreams and you are afraid to go out following your dreams. that is, of course, a huge step and leap of faith, and requires you to become a different person. You need to think differently, you need to speak differently, you need to behave differently. And I don't believe always in just taking a leap. I have a different way of seeing things maybe than many others, and that is that we have to work out the fear inside first, to feel into all the fear. Just not only go out there and take action and jump, but to work through the fear inside first. Ask yourself, what are you afraid of? What are you fearing? What is the worst thing that could happen? Why is this so scary? And then you feel the fear, feel into it, the sensations moving through your body, and so you have worked it out in advance. So as you visualize yourself doing it, you work out the fear in advance within you. And then you have to take action afterwards in the outside world, because or else it will just happen again. And also another thing, if you are stepping out of your comfort zone, do it regularly, because this is something you need to get familiar with, stepping out of your comfort zone, no matter which area it is. Because if we wait too long, if we take too long time to do it the next time, it is just as scary. You have to go through the same thing again. But if you have recently done it, you can remind yourself, okay, 2 days ago this actually went fine, even though I was so scared. So now I can trust that what's the worst thing that could happen. We also have to learn to not take life too seriously and not take ourselves too seriously. What does it matter if we look a little bit ridiculous when we do something, or we fall and we fail? So we have to lower the bar of what we expect of ourselves through going through life. And also we have to work on self-love, self-support and self-love and self-acknowledgement. Learn to pat ourselves on our shoulder, and to be like a loving and strict parent to ourselves, and not support the self-sabotaging behavior, but encourage ourselves up to, come on, you can do this, support ourselves, and say, okay, what's the worst thing that can happen? Go do it, just try, and then do it. And also, because you see, if you only love you should support yourself lovingly and gracefully, but the biggest part of loving yourself is, like I said earlier, that we actually help ourselves through difficult situations, that we want ourselves to achieve our dreams and our goals. So that's why we need to be strict and firm with ourselves too, not just feel sorry for ourselves, just support yourself through it, and say, come on, you know this will benefit you, you know, even though you're scared, you know this will be good for you. And when you get through the other side, we always have to go through it though. But you know, the distance between where you are and where you want to be is only in here. The distance between one side of the brain to another. It is believing in it. It is seeing it. It is doing something repeatedly with determination, and keep the vision, stick to your vision, and support yourself lovingly through it. But we do self-sabotage for many various reasons, including indoctrination from society, because we want to belong to a group and we don't want to be different than others. And also When we see other people fail, we get scared that we will fail too. We will also be scared of, let's say, if you say a goal to somebody else, and then you create these expectations from others, and then you think that if you don't do it, it's visible to the whole world. So then we stay in futility and oppression instead of taking the chance on ourselves. So many times for many people it's not advisable to tell others what you are going to do. Just do it in secret until you develop your inner strength. Work on it in secret until you develop your inner strength and courage to do it, and then just go do it. So we self-sabotage of fear and struggling with seeing ourselves as this different higher version of ourselves, and you're good enough just as you are now. That's very important. We need to accept where we are at to get to another destination. So accept where you are at, accept yourself and love yourself where you are. It's okay to stay there too, but if you really want to support yourself and reach this goal or go for a dream, you need to step out of your comfort zone. You need to step out of the familiar, and you need to get used to the unfamiliar, and you need to get used to this new version of yourself, and you need to lovingly, strongly and firmly commit to it with determination, and also be a little bit firm and strict and with yourself in a loving way. And if you fail, don't judge yourself, don't be hard on yourself. Just say to yourself, okay, I'm in training, I will do better next time. I'm constantly getting better and better at this. Nobody expects me to be an expert on the first try. And so patience with yourself and graciousness with yourself and acceptance for where you are at, and that you are a newbie, that you are a novice at this point, and you learn as you go, you learn as you try. We are not used to now, we are so used to things happen quickly, and I can see young people especially, they expect themselves to be experts in all kinds of fields immediately. But you have to understand that we all are in training, we all need to rehearse, we all need to practice, we all need to do it over and over again and get used to something. So be patient with yourself. You cannot expect your change in a dime, in a second. Okay. So this was my first live ever. If you like what I talked about, please press thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and share the video if you think it will benefit anybody else or recommend my channel. And take good care of yourself, and remember, the highest part of self-love is actually to support your dreams. It's actually to do it in a loving and supportive way, not in a self-judging way, because we already are way too strict with ourselves. Okay, bye-bye, take good care, and a happy weekend to you, if I know how to close this down. Bye-bye.